It's Ebro in the morning. We got Laura Styles. It's Rosenberg. And Diddy and Laura Styles have the same birthday.
Happy birthday
Happy birthday to you.
Okay, it's better.
Happy birthday to you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Happy birthday. Oh, you know, Scorpio season, you know what we doing tonight.
Yo, Making Money Mitch. I want to get into it because it's
Yeah.
a serious
It's
situation.
MMM.
So
It's MMM.
Just MMM.
Yes. If you're it's just MMM.
Now, I'm privy to a behind-the-scenes story that you told a very intimate audience
Yes.
when you put up the visuals
And you know,
for
we
MMM.
want to make some things clear. I'm not professing to be Money Making Mitch. My
Yeah,
name
this
is
is
not
not about
changing
you.
to Mitch.
No.
This is not about
No.
me.
No.
You know, and the name of the album is not called Money Making Mitch. There's a song on the album called Money Making
Got
Mitch,
it.
but the album is just called MMM. That's just so we can start. We're about to go down a journey. So, you know, let's go.
So now you told a story about recently in your life watching the movie Paid in Full, which is a hip hop cult classic for sure. But share with the audience that story and why you just now are getting to watching it.
Yeah, I think, you know, it had to. I don't know for sure, but it had to be that during that time. This is the only thing, that rational reason I have, is that during that time that we were in such a heavy, heated competition that maybe the day it came out, I was being a sucker.
You was hating.
I don't know if it was hating, I would just subliminally didn't get myself to the movie theater. So yes, I am guilty. I was guilty of some bitch assness, some suckerism, some extra competitiveness between Dame that I did not go out and support it. I was a sucker, and that was and those occasions were few and far between. Don't get it twisted. Don't let your mind go somewhere else. So this is one of the many. I mean, this is one of the fews I would say.
So then two years ago.
And so I'm just chilling, Netflix, you know.
Netflix and chill.
Yeah, real talk. My girl, and put it in, and I'm like, oh my God, I played myself. I did not know that this. I was like, Dame Dash is the greatest. You know what I'm saying? You know when you have a revelation, an epiphany,
like,
and you're so late. You know what I'm saying? It was like, but it was like what I needed at that time, though. So sometimes, you know, you get things in the time that God wants to give it to you. So I was blessed with this beautiful piece of art that, you know, that Jay and you know, Dame created in the lives of these people. That was this true Shakespearean tale that came from where I come from, and in my head it immediately clicked. Like, what if Mitch didn't die or get killed? Like, where would he be at right now? What if he took his skills, his business skills and street skills, and applied it to the world of business, to this game?
Because Paid in Full, AZ lives.
Yeah. So yeah, a lot of people don't realize like that fairy tale. So it's like it's a Shakespearean like tale, like that's of tragedy, but at the end of it, they freaked the whole shit, and you know,
someone makes it out.
AZ makes it out, and so the whole thing about the whole you know, Money Making Mitch and all of the Paid in Full, the whole cult classic of it, is it affected me in a way that it had me to just think and understand that there's so many cats that we have lost that have that hustle spirit in them, you know, that what if they were out here right now? And then it was like they are out here right now, because that's not the thing no more. The thing no more is not to be a drug dealer, you know what I'm saying? It's about taking care of your families. So it's just redefining Mitch and how it was inspired to me, and I feel like we all have, it's a spirit of it, you know? And so I decided to make an album that really addresses it and tackles it as it's a fairy tale. Like the present day, there's Mitches out there, but that outcome is not gonna be the same one that was planned for them.
So do you play, in the story, in this Money Making Mitch project, do you play Mitch? Do you have the voice of Mitch throughout it?
It's just the hustle spirit. It's not like it's not as
direct as
that. Yeah, and it's gonna take people a minute to get over that. It's what's going on right now, and that's just the way I described it. So it's not like there's nothing in the on the album that sounds literal to what was going on in the movies. You're not gonna see movies of me doing paid in full things. I'm not about to start wearing retro gear or anything like that, you know. And it's just how something can influence you from where you're at, and then you have a different translation of it. I mean, I really went and flipped it and made it into another level of art musically, and it was dope to be inspired by, like, your peers and something that they did that's so genius but inspired you in a different way. So don't take it literal, give it a chance, put the music on and let it speak for itself. But to anybody out there that's trying to get it, this one is dedicated to them, that hustler spirit.
And I think it should be noted too, because maybe people look past it, but when Hov did American Gangster, right?
Yes.
You helped Hov on production.
Yes.
In kind of creating a body of work that had a very focused theme to it, and we only see that every now and again in hip hop. Like, those are some of the biggest classic albums had a specific theme to it. And when I heard Works, I was in there last night, and I heard a few of the records, like, thorough production. It's not a gimmick. It's not a game. It's not a gimmick. It's very theatrical.
Gloves are all the way off. Yeah, but with Jay, when he wanted to get that album done, he called the best. And I think sometimes that gets a little bit twisted. I am the best. As far as a producer, I have sold the most records. And, when you back on that music game, you on that floor, you have to let it be known just to make sure that we're clear, as a producer. And so that's how I jumped into this.
And a creative person, too,
as a producer, So I know y'all know I do a lot of different things. Yeah. But when I'm behind that board, it's serious business. So sometimes, a lot of the other things that I've had success in, it dilutes it. And so we've been on this journey to bring it back to the music. This is the prequel to my last album, No Way Out 2. And it's my birthday, and y'all can get it.
MMM, it's free.
Yeah, don't take it literal. Some things you can't buy. Some things you just can't buy. So it's for you for free, and we celebrating today. And it's about the music speaking for itself.
Also, I noticed that the cover, it's that famous Annie Leibovitz photo of you with Kate Moss from a Vogue shoot. Why did you choose that to be the cover?
Because that's really it was the epitome. And it's the epitome of the success. It wasn't just like, it was that I took what I learned here from Harlem and I took that thing international. You know what I'm saying? The dream was so big that I had Annie Leibovitz shoot me a cover, and Kate Moss was just, there for my arm candy. You know what I'm saying?
And that's when she was on fire.
You know what I'm saying? She's on fire, and she's like, me and her, we playing, and it's like, I'm from Harlem. You understand that hustler spirit that you got to get to that point, to get that picture to be taken and to be in Paris? I was there way before, B. I laid it out for them. By the time niggas got to Paris, it was laid out. I been did the shows. Yeah. I was the front rows. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So when it gets to that, you got to lay it down how it is. You got to give it to them pure. You got to give them the truth, them facts, and that picture is facts. You can't run a high from this.
So there
this
is
history.
There is a piece of this work of art. While the stories are fiction, the hustle spirit and you being a kid from Harlem and where you come from, and I think you've openly talked about even your father's past and just you getting out of Harlem and deciding this is the direction I'm gonna go. If you with me, we going, and if you're not with me, I'm leaving.
Without a doubt.
And that's been kind of that inner spirit that you've always had.
And it's how the movie affected me. And I know I sound crazy, and believe me, I'm crazy that it took me this long.
Go.
But it's like, that was my life. Like, I could have been, I could have followed right in those footsteps, just based on, my father and, who he was, and just seeing that. So you seeing, like, almost if you seeing your life play again, and you actually seeing, like, that's me. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not saying y'all I'm Mitch. I'm not saying that. But I'm just saying that's how it touched me just watching it. And then it just gave me the inspiration to go in the studio and make some Harlem, New York records, to go in there as a producer and just put my foot on everybody's neck. That's the bad boy spirit. That's how you got to go in there as a producer. And that's how I went in there for MMM and for No Way Out 2 as the producer.
Speaking of No Way Out 2 and MMM, you're working with Kim again.
Yes.
How's that working relationship? And were you guys always in touch over the years on some level?
Yeah, we're definitely always in touch. like through my history, I be, you know, there's been, you're gonna have little spats with everybody, you know what I'm saying? But I'm long term, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people that was rocking with each other, you know, they don't even speak no more. Even people I had problems with, we gonna work everything out. We gonna be speaking, we gonna be on stage together, we gonna work it out. You know what I'm saying? So me and her, we never really had no problems. Matter of fact, this is the greatest time that we having, and she's in the greatest place, and the run is still going on. I need y'all to realize this is not like the run never stopped. You know what I'm saying? The run is still going on, but now it has a better purpose. I'm going from me to we. And so my whole thing is God sent me here to inspire you, and I'm taking that and channeling it through the music, that if you out here, you trying to hustle, you trying to get to the point that, you know, past where I'm at, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to make some music to have that be the soundtrack of it. And then also, just from a producer standpoint, I want to push the limits as a producer. If I'm going to come back out here, I got to make sure that I did something as a producer that other producers are going to say, like, musically, maybe I could hear something this way or that way instead of us all making the same beat. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I'm very proud of it.
Do you feel like because when you guys listen to this MMM, I'm not overstating it, the production value on it is something that you want to have in hip-hop. And I think, you know, we're in a space right now where you have a lot of music that is popular on the blog sites and things like that. Yeah. But, you know, it's all kind of similar with the trap beats and the things. And people like it. I don't want to say anything about it. But you went there with the instrumentation as well.
Yeah, and like I also even fused some stuff with trap or whatever music was influencing me. But at the end of the day, you know, production-wise, there's a difference between, like, making tracks and making a record. It's different between making an album, you know what I'm saying, and making a movie.
Can you articulate that difference?
Yeah, I mean, if you're making a track, you just like, you're not thinking about the song. It's just a track. You like thinking about the bounce and how you can fit into what's going on right now. If you going in the studio and you making a classic, you going in with the thought of, I'm doing something that's original in my head that it isn't really being affected, you know, by something else, another energy. You know what I'm saying? It's just really being affected by you know what you're feeling at that point, and then bringing it to life and making it a song.
But you'll even go into every specific sound in the instrumentation, like in how you're mixing it, how you're arranging it, the instruments you're using, like the whole thing.
It's a marriage. Like, you can't just make a beat and then send it to somebody and then just that's your baby. You know what I'm saying? You're not respecting and giving the love to the music. You gotta rock with that thing. This music of beats, songs that I've made, it's taken me 3-4 years, and I've listened to them every day for that amount of time, because at the end of the day, it's classics. I want my name associated with classics, because only the song survives. When I'm gone and I'm not here, they still gonna be playing my music and singing to it, you know? And that's the way I go and approach making a record. I want to make sure that it's something that's gonna be here forever, else I don't want to waste our time. And I'm not saying, I have did a couple of things sometimes, you know, we were talking about this earlier about, like, yo, what's going on with New York rap and things like that. Yeah. We lost our soul for a minute. You know, I lost my soul for him. We got out of our lane, and that's what happens when you get up in somebody else's lane. So with this MMM, I'm back up in my lane, and I think it's important. I got something to say, and something that needs to be heard musically, and that's what time it is.
Is Diddy available? Because you used to be very available. When Bad Boy was scorching in the 90s, if something was moving in the street, Diddy was going to sniff it out, going to check it out, like what's really happening over here. You was making sure that things coming out of New York, even if you wasn't a part of it, you was from the background being like, you know, that shit is trash, y'all should do a little bit more of this and less of that. Will we see that Diddy in the New York hip-hop scene again, or are you now, is it still hard to find
it's
Diddy?
It's not for me. It's not just a New York hip-hop scene. It's like, you know, I want to do my job to represent that to the fullest, but I want to work with artists from, you know, anywhere. But from New York, I definitely, any artist that's out there and is trying to that could get to me and is really trying to
get on your radar
and trying to do something special. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to just, like, you know, I understand everybody's out here, you know, on the Get Hot movement. You know, I'm talking about doing something special. That's the only thing I want to do. Only artist I want to work with is artists that's trying to do something special and change the world, change the game.
Are there any New York artists that you feel are on that path?
I don't know. I haven't. It's just I don't know enough information. I can't say that I feel that out the gate right now. That for this level of, like, courage that it has to take, because that means you can't be rocking with just what's rocking.
And you got he's not gonna give you a name because he got his eye on something, so he's not gonna say the name because it's gonna drive the price up.
Yeah, you gotta make a song. You gotta be able to make a song, man, to make the whole world sing, man, and it gotta last. It gotta last forever, man. But yeah, we just talking shop talk, just in my producer bag. Shout out to all the producers out there, the engineers, everybody behind the board, with the technical aspect of things, and really this album is an ode to real production, real producing. So going back to what you were saying, making a beat is, you can make a beat, you can send it out there, you get it back, boom, it's on the radio, put it on YouTube, it gets views, all that. You get a song, like 2 a.m. in the morning, you're gonna hear the Benjamins.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're going to, there's a difference.
What is it about the way that you've always done things that make a record sound like bigger or more full? Like, for example, sorry, we'll go in for a second. Like on No Way Out, right? You had, I think, what was it, Young G's? I forget which record it was, but you had a record that DITC had already used the sample for day one, right? That da-na-na. And you took the same sample. You guys took the same sample. And don't get me wrong, it was dope as shit when DITC flipped. It's a classic. But you took it and just boost the whole thing and make it feel bigger.
More theatrical.
Yeah, what is it that you do that makes things have that knock?
Oh man, I appreciate that you look at it like that. But yeah, man, it's that knock, man. I just view it as it being in a car with a crazy system. That's just the way I listen to it. And my competition is just Dr. Dre and Teddy Riley, and then I sprinkle some of that Quincy Jones in there, and then I just remember I'm from Harlem, and that's it, And it's just, the perspective is the answer. You know what I'm saying? Like we could hear something all a certain way. You could have made the record and heard it that way, but then I'm only gonna touch it if it's a sample. If I know I could almost amplify your dream of where you was at. So when you hear the record, you like, yo, you got my record sounding crazy. Thank you for sampling that joint. So there's different techniques. There's different things of just becoming one with the music and making sure that you're respecting, what's there and enhancing it. So even things from like I'll study, and I'm just dropping, make sure I'm giving all the information up.
You gotta listen.
That's the time we
gotta leave the gems.
We going from me to we.
Yeah,
that's the whole thing. We going from me to we. That's the biggest change for me right now, and I thank God. I give God all the glory that I'm able to see that at this time, that I could touch, and I know I could help people. You know what I'm saying? But so if there's a bass, I would go study like who played on the record, which set did they use, what did the room feel like, what was the exact keyboard, you know what I'm saying? So I'm giving respect to the record, and then the way the bass is playing, I'm studying the way, so then I know who's gonna have that funk. Like I'm doing a lot of stuff with Bootsy Collins, because I feel like one of the things there's all different types of music, but you can't lose the groove, you know what I'm saying? So if you don't have no bass lines, you ain't gonna have no groove. So then I reached out to Bootsy Collins, and I was just like, on this No Way Out 2, I'm gonna need the grooves, And we ain't talking about two-step music, we ain't talking about that, but just the absence of a bass line is something that you don't realize is gone, and you don't realize you ain't been smiling as much as we were smiling, and you so infatuated with the 90s. Like, what was it? It was the music, it was the bass lines, it was the way it touched people to make them feel good. And so you have to always go on that journey to make people feel good through the music. And musically, that's what I know I'm good at. Artistically and as a ringmaster, that's what I'm good at, putting those different things together just to make you feel good.
Now, you had, on multiple occasions, you worked with some of the best to ever do it. You worked with RZA on Biggie's album. You worked with Premier multiple times. Does that involve a collaborative process where someone like Primo or RZA, he did Long Kiss Goodnight or whatever, where they're still sitting there and you input with them? How do you guys?
Yeah, it's always been collaborative with me. I'm at my best on a team. I've never professed that I went and did anything by myself. And so, having those experiences are great too, and it's just the combination sometimes that makes things special. Just like you have the combination of when Biggie and Meth did the What. Like, that combination was so crazy to us, you know what I'm saying? That concoction was so crazy. So there's still different combinations like that that are crazy from the two producers getting together. And I think that, you know, that's the thing, like Kanye has been able to harness, understanding the art of collaboration and trying to get the best people, you know. And we started that.
Did you sense any? Meth was here recently, and he said no. But everyone used to say that Biggie and Meth were going at each other on those records. Did you get any sense of competition from them? Was it just friendly competition?
It was just natural. They were just they was thinking about each other, but they was just so happy to be in the room with each other because they had so much like love and was such big fans of each other. They were just like grinning from ear to ear, and it was.
And they were both so hot at that time.
Yeah, but I want to clarify because the reason why they felt that way is because people thought we had a beef with Wu-Tang, even though there was some like little jabs said about the baby being on the cover and all that, but we let that go. And you know, in Wu-Tang, you know what I'm saying, we loved them. We were such big fans of it, so there really wasn't like no problem. So, and people thought there was. So when they finally got together, two MCs that like loved each other, studied each other's thing, the song was just done. They was smoking. They was having a good time. It was done. It wasn't like nobody trying to outshine nobody. It wasn't overthought like that.
And didn't you end up? Did you get your first Grammy with Meth? You guys got a Grammy for, was it nomination or did you win for your All I Need? Wasn't that?
All I Need one. Yeah, All I Need one. Yes.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. Yeah, All I Need one. Yeah, but RZA, as far as what I'm talking about, this MMM thing, sonically, this is like also RZA inspired, that rawness, you know what I'm saying, but still with that funk.
'Cause it's dirty.
And that melody. It's dirty. It's dirty. It's gonna shock y'all. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's gonna shock you, and it's gonna be what's needed for the city. I made the MMM just for my, you know, my 20 square blocks of where I lived at in Harlem. I just always envisioned it playing there. And I was like, you know, I just want to, whatever happens after that, happens after that. I can't think about nothing else. You know, I got to just think about these blocks and how the music sounds here. And that's the visual thing that you know, just bringing that we bring as the hitmen to music. We bring we take you exactly to that place.
You can feel the location.
You feel the location, exactly.
Yeah. So MMM is free, and you can get it right now. It's Diddy's birthday. Diddy, you've been you know, like you said, on making it out of Harlem, and then being active in other atmospheres. You know, I mean, politically, fashion, liquor. I mean, all your endeavors. I think it was the Revolt Music Conference.
Oh yeah, at the Revolt
Music
Conference, you spoke about Vote or Die and the whole movement, but you did mention that it was all a sham. Like you felt like you didn't like the way it moved.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't think. Oh, you mean the political process?
Yeah, the political process.
Oh yeah. It's definitely, yo, it's crazy, the dickery of it all.
In voting or in like what you were doing when getting people?
Oh no.
Like the whole process was all a scam.
Yeah, no, we got people to vote.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We planted the seeds that got Obama in office. You know what I'm saying? That's something I'm very, very proud of. But I'm talking about just overall of the give back. You know what I'm saying? We got Obama in the office. The give back, the part of it, where the deal, where are the things in our community that have gotten drastically better? You know what I'm saying? So the whole thing is just like, you know, you can't stop voting. You can't get disconnected from it because you got to keep on.
Because it's how the system works. We just got to try to figure out how to, and I don't have that answer.
And you don't feel like you got it though. You don't feel for the work that you put in 2004 is when it started, right?
Yeah.
And then 4 years later, because you had a major impact. That Vote or Die thing was real.
It's huge.
Now we have our guy in office, and you don't necessarily feel that you've seen what you hoped you would have seen.
I just feel like that whatever the group of people that get you in the office, let's stop overcomplicating it. If you have your hugest group of people that get you in the office, you have to change their lives for the better. You got to pick a side because they got you in the office, and if the side just so happens that they black people and you black, that you still got to do is fair. You know what I'm saying? Because if everybody came out and we got everybody in office, then it's like, it's just a situation where it's like being the president is a hard job. There's so many things that President Obama have done for us that we're going to realize years and years and years and years from now. But there's some like
what's happening right
there's some
now.
Black man things like for black people. Like they have different organizations and coalitions. They have the gun you know,
NRA.
NRA.
Yeah.
They have AARPs, older people. They have some issues.
Yeah.
You know, Jewish people, they're very, very, very strong with that. Black people are like and people of color the strongest, and we let it go down. We'll give the votes, get in there. Yes, things will be done for us, but the things that somebody's thinking that they need to do for us. But there's things that people that are actually living in struggle, no, this is what I need done now, Playboy.
Right.
I don't know. I can't keep on waiting. I thought that, you know, I was gonna get you in office.
And a lot of that is jobs.
Yeah, a lot of that is jobs.
Public school,
no. But
education.
it's like direct aid, unapologetically sending direct aid to Black communities.
Yeah.
Like let's not try to hide it. Unapologetically spending billions of dollars to uplift Black communities and say Black people. Yes, Black people need help. This is for you. Yes, Black people. This is what we're doing. Let's stop skirting around everything that it is. So I say that to say. So now, boom. Now it's time to vote again. People ask me about vote or die. I can only tell you the truth. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying I'm disappointed as far as with Obama. I'm not going after Obama. I'm just saying that the time is ticking and we need some repayment on the deal, Playboy. That the Black community got. President Obama in the office, and there's should be some nice parting gifts to give our youth, our future, a better chance, like just unapologetically live on TV. This is what we doing, and this is the right thing to do. Because, you know, the education is crazy.
Well, that's what I was going to ask. So you're saying schools, after school programs, rec centers, things of that nature?
The obvious, no, we ain't going to the rec centers. We
want
need
education.
we just need some education and some jobs and all that other trickery-dickery, building the park and all that falls apart. No, we need some real education and some real jobs.
So that people can plan for their future.
Yeah, and we want to know that it was for us. Come and help us with this problem. Just like if there's a disaster, you know what I'm saying, in Chile or something. We're sending specific aid.
Direct aid,
right?
We're sending specific scientists and engineers to help with that specific problem. You know what I'm saying?
And you were at the Justice Arose.
Yes.
You made sure that you was out there that day. I was there as well, and I had.
And I want to say this to say though too. I don't want to come across too preachy because at the end of the day, I don't have the solution. So when the question was asked about me, I was like, yeah, I don't know with this voting process coming up because it's so crazy. I'm like, I'm already here baffled by my man. I'm like, I got my man in the joint. Like, so how am I now gonna go and try to get, you know, whoever this cat is over here to once he or she gets into office to really, really do something for my communities? If I, you know what I'm saying?
I got my guy in. We wasn't able to do nothing.
Yeah, no, we was able to do it. There's a lot that it's such a slippery slope.
There was some done.
Yeah. There was a lot of things done, but the things that we wanted done, our laundry list. You know what I'm saying? We were like, A, we gonna vote for you, gonna put you in office. We like A, B, C, D, E, and F. Now, I don't know, that list isn't complete, and the brother's not out of office yet, so I will retweet the list.
Retweet the list.
Maybe again things got hectic, but there's just some basic needs. So when we send things over to Chile, we need water, we need this, you know, and this engineer to help. I'm saying like in a point of crisis.
Yeah.
So
and we're at a point of crisis in our community.
The black community is at a state of emergency. So it should be treated just like that. It should be treated like there's helicopters coming with education and books and coming with, you know, trade and coming with things for the psyche. Yeah, even the psychological bombs that have been dropped on us. You know what I'm saying? We need the therapists up in there, not all of that stuff needs to be sent. Just like we see another country and we feel sorry for the country and we're so good at that. We send them whatever they need to get back on their feet.
Spend years there.
Yeah, can you send them to Harlem? We need to get back on our feet.
East New York.
Places
all over
Chicago.
Jersey. Chicago, the whole thing.
Watts, Oakland, on and on and on, Bankhead, and so on. It's not that complicated. You know what I'm saying? But so with the voting process, vote or die, it was helpful at the end of the day. I know it got it engaged the whole generation. I'm not saying to get unengaged. I'm just saying like pay attention a little bit more on how we gonna cut this deal this time, because we not gonna be going to the polls and voting without a pre-cut deal.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And everybody else cuts their deals. So you said you're gonna do that. You ain't gonna mess with these taxes. You ain't going. We have our list, and then our list just gets lost, and they just like, you know.
At Justice or Else, there was some items that everyone that went to the march agreed that here's some. It was 6 items, and we had the nation back up here to talk about the 6 items. The top thing on the list in the or else bucket was that for this holiday season coming up, Thanksgiving all the way to New Year's Day, that everybody's going to refrain from purchasing gifts and things. You know, spend time with the family. If you want a tree, okay, cool. But all this running out to spend all this money and support the economy, when that economy is not trickling down into the neighborhood, that was one of the top things on the list.
Yeah.
Is that something that Diddy would stand next to as we go into this holiday season?
I don't have the answer. I don't have the answer on exactly what is the. I'm tired of playing games and throwing things up against the wall. I'm not that type of guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure if messing up the economy or whatever. I want to just have some straight talk. Like, is this is this happening? Is this happening? Is that happening? So, you know, I'm always supportive of all of our leaders. And you know, if after thinking about it, if it's the right thing to do, but I just want to see results. As a businessman, that's why I'm good as a businessman, because my eyes on the results. I don't get caught up in the trickery, dickery of whatever else is going on. And so, you know, I just want to see some results. Anything that I could do, I'm trying to use I don't have it flushed out, but I'm always trying to use my mind power to find solutions.
I think this conversation will have people coming to you with some items that you could look at and say yay or nay.
Yeah. Would
you be open to, is Hillary somebody or one of the candidates somebody that you would sit with in?
I got to see who I trust first. I got to spend a little bit more time. Yeah.
Well, that's what I take from this. You're not ready. You're not ready until you understand what people are trying to do.
I'm not ready. I'm giving my 2 cents. I'm not ready. I've been through and I've been on that road. I'm just not ready to deal with the bullshit right now. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully I'll be more engaged, or I have to see and watch and support somebody that's really, you know, has it in them to put up with this, because I just know 1 + 1 equals
This is a necessary dialogue.
I'm just being honest, because I know that millions and millions of people have gotten involved in the voting process because of Vote or Die. Absolutely. So then I have to be transparent if you ask me about it and tell you, like, yeah, I don't know exactly what's going on, but
I jumped in to do some cool shit. It looked real cool. We got to a certain point, and we're not really seeing the results that we thought we would get. So what the fuck is going on is basically what this is all about.
Thank you for translating.
No problem.
Now, Puff, different note here. Have you happened to make it over to? Have you made it over to Broadway yet to see Hamilton by any chance?
Do that.
No, I know. Everybody's told me I'm going to go do that when I come back. I've been in the studio. I haven't been asleep in 8 days, so you know, if anything sounds crazy on this interview, just know I haven't been asleep for 8 days and delirium is kicking in.
I know. James was telling us you guys have been running.
Well, listen, you look much better than James Cruz.
Yeah.
Well, he's got a full team. In all fairness, James doesn't have. People came in a masseuse and hair, makeup.
Everyone.
Diddy's got a whole squad. The list was 40 people long.
Yeah, man. I mean,
he's not playing with you.
It's a machine, man. It's got to move on. Are you ready to take a breather, though? Like, when this process ends, are you ready to take a nap for a day?
Yeah, definitely.
James is shaking his head no, saying you're not going to take a nap.
No, I'm definitely going to take a nap. Yeah, I've been working hard. I'm going to take a nap, and I'm going to enjoy myself. But, you know, God is great. I'm at a great place. And, you know, I'm very excited about, you know, just today. Number one being my birthday, man. God didn't have to bring me this far along on the journey. He have to open my eyes up to the things that I'm starting to see. It's one of my best birthdays ever. And I also get to put out some music. That's what I love to do, y'all. I'm just telling y'all my secret. These are my inner secrets. Music is what I love the most. It's not the money. It's the music. I got to put out some music. You know what I'm saying? I got 6 healthy kids. Like, today is a great, great day. Like, I'm more present right now, and you know, I just want to just take a nap.
Yo, listen, you earned it, man.
Yo, MMM is free. Make sure you listen to it. Music fans, hip hop fans, you're gonna feel this project. I've heard at least the first 4 tracks on it. I didn't get through the whole thing. I want to play something for people right now. I want to play actually 2 or 3 joints right now. There was a joint you performed at the BET Hip Hop
I want to play the joint I've been waiting for since that night.
You finally got it. I'm leaving you with the album.
Yeah, I have the clean now. I want to pull out that.
But then I want to play the joint. You guys, there's a joint with Future on there that we know about.
Yeah,
and then,
Money Making Mitch. You talking about Auction is the one we did on BET Awards.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With myself, Los, who is like probably the best MC coming up. His potential is incredible. You have Little Kim just coming, giving you a taste of what's to come. You gotta remember that's what MMM is, just about a taste of what's to come. But we completed the vision though. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna give it to you halfway. You ain't got no mixtape. You got a sonic motion picture. Baby, you're gonna put this thing and you're gonna ride out to this thing, you're gonna smoke something, you're gonna be there with you're gonna be feeling like, yo, them New York Yankee hats is about to sell out everywhere. That guy Puff Daddy is back on his thing, man, and it sounds so soulful and so good.
Los, Kim, and SP? Or that's
Los, Kim, and Styles P. The Gov't is on there, and the Gov't has been heavily active, and just like the where the project is at or what you gonna hear, just his spirit and his energy. Support my man Gov't. He got his juice bars out there.
Of course.
Yo, juice bars so lit, juice for life, so popping.
Man. I mean, I'm just so proud of him. But we all just been around just making great music and doing great stuff. And then we gonna announce, announce the tour, which is gonna be like the last. A lot of things is just for me, just having closure on certain things. So this is the last time you're gonna be able to see this thing rock. I'm not gonna be up there I'm not doing that. While I'm young, fresh, look at me. Look at me, for real. It look like I just sleep in cocoa butter on my face. We not gonna let this thing start to crack. Y'all ain't gonna have me at the guard. You gonna be like, oh my God, yo, this guy looks exactly like he looked when I was here before the other 10 times to see him. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
But it's gonna be that's it. So if you don't get your ticket to the garden, you ain't never gonna see them 10 years of smashes and have that fun. It's gonna be crazy.
Yo,
December 5th.
December 5th. He's with Bus over. Y'all doing Busta Rhymes and Friends. That's kind of like a prequel to the whole situation.
That's family, and everybody come out. Y'all gotta understand how many people love Busta Rhymes. That's like my best friend. Everybody says that he's their best friend. That's how cool.
I love Bus. Me too.
Yeah,
Ebro loves Bus.
Yeah, and so y'all think y'all coming to see a concert. Y'all coming to see a love fest, and people gonna really be leaving their souls on that stage that night because they know they gotta rock with Busta Rhymes. So the level of performances is gonna be up there. So get y'all tickets, man. And then we gonna come back with that Bad Boy 20th anniversary reunion joint one night only, man. One night only. Go get something crispy because your boy is back in town, and all you youngins and all that, they call me uncle. I'm gonna officially let you call me your uncle. I'll be your coolest uncle. I'll take you to gambling spots, after hour spots. I'll show you different things you'll never want to see.
Uncle Pop!
You got to keep your girl close though, for real. If she's of age, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm gonna teach you the
That's
game.
what your uncle will do, though.
Yeah.
Take it
Ladies, I'm gonna teach you the game. I'm gonna teach you how to ball. I'm gonna teach you how to do this. What we do, baby.
That's what my uncle used to say.
So
if I could take it, it wasn't yours.
Yeah.